We use simulation to train people to work in risky environments so that we can undertake procedures and training processes that would otherwise be dangerous in the real world. It helps us to train the person to proficiency on a task without the risk of injury or without the need for expensive simulations or equipment. In 2017, we ran a seminar at the University of Exeter with funding from the Economic and Social Research Council to invite partners like Magnox to experience some of our basic rudimentary simulations. And since then we have worked in collaboration with Magnox to further develop a specific simulation relating to transporting nuclear waste. And we've created a high fidelity, high functionality simulation that can be used for training so that trainees can practice high risk safety critical procedures in a safe and effective way. We're building into the simulation analytical tools that enable us to actually track users of the simulation to see how well they're performing and to what extent they're learning the skills that they need. And these analytical tools relate to how they control the devices in the virtual world and whether they're adhering to safety procedures and to safety processes that will be critical in the real world. The first step in developing a simulation is to make sure that you are simulating real-world procedures and that the mechanics of the processes are correct. We then need to make sure that the virtual world looks and feels realistic for the user so that they have a real virtual experience and are essentially fooled by the simulation. The third step is then to make sure that the analytics that we provide properly monitor how well they're performing, to see whether their training is progressing and to see what procedures need tweaking and improving before they go on to perform the task in the real world.
A number of us were chosen to come down and use the virtual reality simulation as training for a future job of removing a flask. I thought the training went really well. I thought the graphics on the actual virtual reality was really good. It actually showed exactly what we had to do in the job. Everything you do, you can see your hands, you can see your movement, you can pick up things, you can press buttons, you can operate spanners and things like that. And you could use this virtual reality in any job really. So if you was working in high dose jobs where you're putting a person at risk, you could do the job first and then actually work out the easiest way of doing it. When we all got back together, we had a good little group chat about it, and yeah, we had a lot of positive things come out of it. I think the virtual reality is really good for inexperienced people to do a bit of training on, could be any type of machinery or any equipment, and it gives them a little bit of knowledge before they do the thing for real.